Welcome to Faces of Yadkin County Schools, a video series highlighting the people behind Yadkin County Schools. Today, we're at Forbush High School to meet Will Bell, Athletic Director, and learn how athletics helps support students both on and off the field.
My name is Will Bell, and I am the Athletic Director here at Forbush High School.
What does an athletic director do on a daily basis?
That's an evolving question. Days are very fast-paced, and I would probably say that no day is the same. So anything from transportation to facilities to coaches, discipline of athletes, responding to emails, scheduling, coordinating with the booster club. So different variety of things. I would say the majority of my time is probably buses and transportation and scheduling, especially when we have weather and things like that, dealing with reschedules, coordinating with coaches on leave times and that sort of stuff. So no 2 days are ever the same, and just a lot of moving parts all at one time.
How do athletics support students beyond competition?
Beyond competition, I would say that athletics is probably the best dropout prevention program in our school. We teach accountability. Our coaches hold kids accountable. We have that extra layer of support in terms of coaches communicating with teachers, making sure they're doing what they're supposed to in the classroom. I think athletics teaches lessons, especially that you can use later on in life. So those things are important, and that's just something that a regular student that doesn't participate in athletics or clubs doesn't get.
What's the most important value you try to instill in student athletes?
The most important thing would probably be respect. So we want them to do it the right way. We have those meetings at the beginning of the year with our coaches, and then we have parent meetings as well at the beginning of every season. And then we tell our parents, hey, we're going to hold them accountable, and we want them to be respectful. We want to be respectful to our coaches, to our teammates. We want to be respectful to the people we're playing. We're not going to be a school that goes out there and gets a ton of 15-yard penalties or technical fouls or yellow cards. Our big thing, and they get tired of hearing me say it sometimes, is we want to be an ejection-free school. When you're not an ejection-free school and it looks like disarray on the field, that's a reflection of the adults. And we have some really good adults here, and we have some really good people, and we want to model that when we go play other places as well.
How do athletics help bring the school and community together?
Forbush is a special place. When I first took over here, one of the things that a person told me, we were going to play somewhere, and they said, we don't care what day we play, we just want to play Forbush. And I said, well, why? They said, because you travel, and we want your gate. And it kind of stuck with me. And then throughout the years, when you look around, no matter what sport it is, Forbush travels well. And the Falcon community is one of a kind. We have some great community support. We have great community partners. We have a ton of businesses that give back to our school in various ways. We have a ton of church support here. We can make a couple phone calls, whether we have a kid in need or we need to get a team fed for a playoff game, or we need to do a devotion, and within about 15 minutes we can accomplish whatever we need to accomplish. And that goes back to our community and the support they provide. We're just very blessed.
What's one moment that reminded you why you do this work?
I think it just goes back to seeing our teams and our coaches be successful. When you see a kid be successful on the court or on the field, and then you get to see them be successful in life, to me that's a translation. When I first got here, I was the younger coach, and now I've been here for a little while, and I've seen kids that I've coached and that have played other sports, and my wife jokes about it. We go out to dinner or we'll go out to the grocery store and we'll run into somebody I taught or I coached or I watched play, and they're doing something successful, and that kind of hits home for me. You know, sometimes I joke that you can't be a great teacher and a great AD all at the same time. Some days you're going to be one or the other. But you know, a couple months ago I ran into a kid I actually taught, and he was one of those kids who didn't love school and just kind of didn't really care about graduating. And you know, we kind of had some heart-to-hearts in his senior personal finance class, and ultimately helped him make sure he got his diploma, and it allowed him to go from being an hourly employee to being a manager at his job. And he came back and said, you know, I appreciate the conversations that we had just about life, because if I wouldn't have got the diploma, I wouldn't have been able to get the promotion. So that kind of hit home too. And I think that translates over to athletics, because, you know, every day our coaches have conversations with kids about how to be great people and how to one day be good husbands and good fathers and so on and so forth. So we're trying to win a ball game, but we're also trying to be mentors of life, and we want to see them go do great things and be the great community partners that we have now. So.
What's an unexpected moment you've experienced as athletic director?
I guess the most unexpected thing would be when I came back here in 2019. I came here under the premise of just being a baseball coach. So I'd been at North Forsyth and been there, and I was happy. And then a job opened here, and I applied for it knowing that I probably wasn't going to get it. And when I reached out and I applied for the job, I was basically told, hey, you know, there's a social studies job open, but we need a coach for another sport, and you probably aren't going to get it, but you should just apply and see what happens. And I said, okay. So I applied. Some things fell and the other way, and I ended up getting the job. And then shortly after that, I'd been here for a couple of years, and Coach Pruitt retired, and I took the AD job. And probably the most unexpected thing was being put in charge of people that taught me. So being the younger coach and being just an assistant coach, you know, most ADs have been head coaches before, and I haven't, so that was a transition. But it's, for me, one of the personal struggles was not necessarily telling somebody that taught me, or telling somebody that, you know, was a coach here when I was a student, that they're doing something wrong, so to speak. But, you know, maybe we could do it better, or maybe we could do it this way because this is what's right for kids. So that was probably the most challenging thing that I have experienced so far. And now I've been in this job for several years. And looking around between the two high schools and now our middle school next door, I'm one of the veteran ADs in the county. I've been here the longest. I don't have all the answers, but I will say that, you know, we collaborate a lot with the middle school and with Starmount. You know, a lot of the same decisions we make, Starmount also makes, and Cody and I work really well together, and I think that's important. And Rick and I work really well together as well, and we're all working for the same goal for kids, and so I think that's kind of important, and the reason we do what we do. So.
Can you talk about the new and upgraded athletic facilities at Forbush and what they mean for students and the community?
Construction wasn't one of the things that I envisioned that I would tackle when I took this job, but we were first blessed with finding out we were going to get new tennis courts. So we went through the construction process of tennis courts and what that was going to look like, and then shortly after that, you know, we found out that Eddie Settle had worked to get us a grant for both of our high schools for turf football fields and tracks, and that was a long, drawn-out process of dealing and coordinating. And then we also, with our county commissioners and with our county and our school board and with some state funding, we were able to get this new auxiliary gym that we're standing in. The impact that it has had and is going to continue to have on our student athletes is tremendous. Last year we were able to host the first track meet in 15 years of our school. So our track was to a point that, you know, in the last 15 years we hadn't been able to host anything, and just being able to have our kids run a meet here at our school and we hosted the conference track meet, and we're doing that again this year. And just seeing our students be able to come out and support our kids on our campus was pretty cool. And then just in terms of the gym with practices, we have another facility that we can use now for PE. Our kids get to use this for practice, and we get them home earlier. And we're not sitting here at 9:30 closing the gate after a basketball practice. So the amount of support that we've been able to get from the General Assembly, from our county commissioners, and from our school board has been impactful. And I'm just blessed that I was here to be able to help navigate some of it and get it to the point where for the next 25 to 30 years, kids are going to benefit from it. So.
Thank you to Will Bell and the Forbush High School athletics team for everything they do to support our students.